What's going on, all you awesome people? I'm Matt.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to be talking about Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Which stars Tobin Bell, once again returning as Jigsaw. And 10 years after the death of John Kramer, aka Jigsaw, bodies are turning up in the same fashion, signaling a new game has just begun. But there's no way Jigsaw could be back from the dead. Dun dun dun. Or is there? So, 13 years ago, we were given Saw.
Yes.
A movie that seemingly shook the horror genre world. It was something new, it was something unique, and actually featured one of the best twist endings ever in any film.
Yes,
Was it flawed? Yes. But it was brilliant also in its own way. And then we got sequel after sequel. Every year was a new sequel.
After sequel.
And a lot of it didn't work. Yes, there were twists, there were turns, and it just mostly just didn't work, didn't seem to fit. And a lot of it was style over substance.
And and a lot of people went into the whole the gore scare.
Yeah.
Or the gore horror, if you will. The gore.
Yeah, a lot of the mystery around the games and the people were gone.
They were lost.
It just kind of seemed to just fall apart. All the sequels, eventually, it just kind of got old. And then 7 years ago, we got the terrible Saw 3D. And now here we are with Jigsaw, a sequel that nobody really asked for.
No.
And, don't get me wrong, I actually went into this movie expecting to hate it. And I do. I do. But it actually held my interest for 95% of the film. And getting into a little bit, look, traps are traps.
Yes.
I don't really want to get into that aspect because there's no real point.
No.
They're traps, they're
They're
games.
death traps, they're games. They're in every other Saw movie ever made. They're there.
Yeah.
They're all there. And for me, what I appreciate is suspense. That's the one reason why I didn't really get into the Saw movies, because they lose the suspense and all you get is gore. I actually do not care how these people die. I care about why these people are here. I want that story, and I want to know what they are going to do to survive. I would much rather the camera pan away or turn black during a death so I don't see how they die.
Yeah.
If you gave me more substance, more of the story, like, why did Jigsaw choose you? Because there's a reason. There's always a reason. He's not just randomly choosing people, and I'm interested in that story.
Right, and it's going to be kind of hard to talk about this movie without getting into spoilers, which we're not going to do. But I will say that the why in this film, I did like. It's very basic.
Yes.
It's all about confessing sins, and that's really the only spoiler I'm going to give. But I like that. I like that, and I liked why they were there, because there was backstory to these characters, and it did make it more interesting. It did make it more involving.
Yeah.
But yeah, the games, okay, they're games. They're traps.
Yes.
All right, whatever. The acting, you can chuck that out the window. We're not here for acting. It's not about the acting. The dialogue.
It's not good.
Well, Tobin Bell, I do like Tobin Bell. He's always
Bell.
good. So that's enough said on that.
But hitting the movie hard for dialogue doesn't mean anything, because one, it's a horror movie, so you don't need good dialogue.
No, but
But
okay, so not really the best dialogue, but the writing actually is what had me invested for a good portion of this movie. Mm-hmm. With any of the Saul, I'm getting my words mixed up. With any of the Saw films, you have to take them with a big, huge grain of salt and suspend your disbelief.
Yeah,
you just have to.
You have to.
So, okay, you have to do that. But still, with this movie, the writing, I like the fact that you had people, for the most part, working together to try and survive.
And figure things out. And, I see what you mean. I like that too.
Well, because in some of the Saw sequels, you had people who were just like, I'm here for myself. Like, I don't want anything to do with you. When it's about, for the most part, working together.
Right.
Which I appreciate in this film.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
the other part of the movie, which is the mortician part of the movie, they are figuring it out, kind of like crime scene investigator trying to figure out the mystery.
Exactly.
And I appreciated that.
Yeah, they're working with the police. They're getting these bodies that are from the games, and they're figuring things out, and I like that. I was like, okay, so you have them trying to work together to stay alive. Meanwhile, These guys are working together and figuring things out. How did they die? What's the clues here so we can go catch this guy, catch the killer, catch Jigsaw.
Yes.
So I liked that. But then, as with any Saw film, you get to the twist ending.
Yes.
This is the other 5% of the movie. I was hooked for 95%, then you give me the twist ending, and everything falls apart. This twist ending does not fit, it doesn't work, it's forced, it's shoehorned in there, and when it happened, everything, the whole entire film just came tumbling down. It was like Jenga, pull the wrong piece, boom, the whole tower falls. I'm done.
I agree to a point. I would
Done.
say a lot, the ending, the twist ending, you have to twist your head completely around to try to make it work. You have to force it to work. Like you said, it's forced. It barely works when you force it. I like part of the ending, which I can't give away because that would involve a spoiler, and I can't do that. So
Yeah, and I mean, you know, with some of the Saw sequels, some of the twist endings, maybe they don't work as well as others, but this one, to me, for some reason, it just didn't sit right. A lot of it felt wrong, felt off, felt like it wouldn't work. And once again, I understand, suspending disbelief, taking big grains of salt, I get that. But if this is what your whole movie basically boils down to, and more or less depends on, if it really doesn't work, the movie doesn't work. At least for me. And so for me, I'm giving Jigsaw a D.
okay, all right. What I liked is the fact that I didn't like, I should say, is that when we left, we were able to come up with 2 other plot lines for this movie.
Which is true.
That would use the majority of this film that could have worked a lot better than this ending. One doesn't have the twist, so that wouldn't work because it's not a Saw movie without the twist. The other one probably would have worked.
Yeah.
So I liked part of this movie that has to do with the twist, and I'm giving it a C.
Okay, fair enough. I can't really recommend it. So for me, at least, I would say skip it. Maybe watch the original again.
Yeah.
And maybe
Plus,
rent this one, watch it on
plenty other
Netflix,
stuff.
borrow it, steal it. Don't steal it.
Don't
steal it.
do that.
Borrow it or watch it on Netflix.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it, guys. And of course, if you have seen Jigsaw, let us know what you thought about it down below. Let us know if it worked for you.
Please.
And of course, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more of our awesome movie reviews, hit the subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you guys next time.